I want to talk about the other matches that were on the Royal Rumble. I know we've spent our time talking about the Rumbles themselves, but we had a fucking crazy ladder match and a really, really good tag team match. I'm going to put the ball in your hands. Where do you want to go first?
I can start with the least to best, so the tag team match.
So I guess that kind of previews how you felt about it overall.
I mean, yeah.
Give me your thoughts on the match.
It was a good match. It was exciting and shit like that, but it was just like a confusing end confusing like everything. Yeah, where I don't know what's going on with the Street Profits and shit like that.
Okay, I guess that's understandable. I also wasn't in love with the finish. I wasn't in love with the finish. Um, I will appreciate it if they actually go all the way with the Street Profits as heels this time, if that's what this means. Because they've teased it a lot recently over the last couple years and never really gone all the way. So if they actually give us heel Street Profits, then cool.
Yeah.
Then I think it'll make me appreciate the finish a bit more in hindsight. But for now, it is just a little confusing because it's like, well, are they actually turning heel now or are they just upset because they keep losing? I don't really know. But I feel you on that. The finish wasn't great. The match overall, I thought was really good. You know, I'm really, really good. You put the Motor City Machine Guns in there with DIY, you're going to get some great tag team wrestling. Both teams actually tag team wrestle, which is something I really appreciate when I'm watching tag matches, is teams that actually know how to really vary up their offense, do those combo moves, and work off of one another. They're two of the best in the business, and especially two of the best in WWE. And so I do feel like it was just a really entertaining in-ring action match. It sucks that the crowd was just like non-existent for it. It did take away, I'm not gonna lie, even for someone like myself, I was enjoying the match, but it was hard to like fully get invested into it because the crowd was just not there, man. It was a pretty dead environment, which I guess we didn't really touch on this during the Rumbles itself, but
It was the same
they were
thing
kind
too.
of shit for the whole
Yeah,
night,
bro.
dude.
Mhm.
Like there was a couple big moments that they
had
popped
their
for,
moments, but then fucking moments where it's like, bro, like where the fuck y'all at?
but it's like everyone's gonna pop for Jey Uso's entrance. You don't get points for that. Everyone's gonna pop for Alexa
Fair.
Bliss's return. You don't get points for that.
Fairs.
And all the other shit, you're just fucking sitting there.
like
Dead ass crowd, bro. And you know what sucks? I forget what it is, but there's another big event. Is SummerSlam or some other shit that's going to Indianapolis soon? They have another big event coming
That's
up in like the next
bullshit.
year. Maybe a Mania or some shit.
that's fucking bullshit.
I
Bro.
forget, but they have something big coming up soon again, and they just don't deserve it. They fucking suck. They suck. That was trash. Anyways. Fucking... That really took away from that tag team match, though. I think if the crowd would have been more invested, it would have felt like a much more hyped up match. I agree. The finish, weird. Finish was weird. I appreciate stuff like Champa crawling under the ring to go over and fuck with Motor City Machine Guns and shit like that. Like, there's different moments in this match. I thought the offense from the Motor City Machine Guns was especially just like so fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I haven't seen as much of their stuff. Like, I'm trying to go back and see some of their TNA shit, but it just wasn't at a time when I was watching that much wrestling, when they were really doing their thing. So I'm still becoming more and more familiar with their game, and they're fucking awesome. I love watching them wrestle for sure. I wish that they got a little bit more time to talk, because I feel, I want to get to know them a bit more as characters and like why they're so like mad all the time and trying to shoot guns off and whatnot. Like they're just all so punk rock and shit. And it's like, well, what's going on here?
Fuck the system, bro.
I guess, but why?
Fuck the system, bro.
Did the system fuck you?
Fuck the system, bro.
I want to know about it.
Fuck the system, bro.
I guess so. But no, I fuck with the Motor City Machine Guns. I fuck with DIY. I thought this was a really good match overall. Finish was weird. The finish was weird because I didn't know why they would be helping out one side by hurting the... Like, it just felt like they would have their own separate beefs with the different teams, and so why even get involved? Like, just challenge whoever wins. Like, I don't... It was weird. It was weird, but, I guess they're trying to hype up the whole fact that DIY were the team that injured Dawkins or whatever, and they're in there to get their revenge, but then it's like, well, then why wouldn't you want them to lose their belts then? But then they want to be the ones to take it from them. I don't. It was confusing, a little confusing, but you know, that's tag team wrestling in the WWE for you. The storytelling's gonna be a bit hit and miss, is what it is. Hopefully they go all in. I guess that's my biggest takeaway, is go all in on the Street Profits heel turn. That's the big takeaway.
Okay, that's interesting.
Because I want to see what they can do as heels. I think you can't run around with the red cup forever.
Okay.
You know, you gotta. I think that it could be something cool if they do. I mean, we've seen a little bit of what in AEW, what the Hurt Business is able to do over there. I think that's kind of what Bobby and MVP wanted to do in WWE, and we're never really given the full
chance and shit,
freedom to do that type of shit. And I would like to see the Street Profits do some version of whatever that looks like for them. That's all. I just think it'd be cool. Yeah, good match.
Decent match.
Decent match.
Exactly. You said it was. You said you felt better about it. So how do you feel now about it?
Just still that it was a good match. I just like the finish was a bit of a letdown, but that it was a really good match. Sucks that the crowd wasn't there.
100%. That's the whole show though.
Sucks that it probably means that the tag team division will not be ending up on PLEs in the future anymore. For a while at least.
That's wild.
Because this was the first time the tag team belts had been defended on a PLE since WrestleMania last year. I don't know if you knew that.
That's wild.
But it had been since WrestleMania 40 that the tag team belts appeared on a PLE.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. And didn't get the biggest reception, so we'll see. We'll see going forward. Unfortunately. I think when I look back at this pay-per-view, PLE, whatever, the match of the night might have been the ladder match. Potentially. Because the Rumbles both ended up being a little underwhelming. Tag match, not the craziest. That ladder match was fucking legit, man.
Cody Rhodes delivered from what I thought he was going to do.
He got into that deep, dark place that we did not know if he was willing to go. Dropped KO on all types of metal. I mean, got himself dropped onto the ladder quite a few times. And goddamn, at the end of the match, after everything was over, him going back to stand over Kevin Owens and celebrate, and as Kevin Owens is bleeding out after getting fucking the Alabama slam through the fucking ladder, where it looks like the ladder's eating Kevin Owens' head. We can't even see his face at first. And then Cody comes back to stun on that fool while his best friend is down there holding him up like, yo, please don't be dead. That was fucking...
Just like I did to you. Bitch.
Shut the fuck.
Bitch, I should take that title off and go for it.
You can. That's the thing. We got a ladder right there. That's for another day.
Do you see
that stole the show for me. That stole the show for... Shut the fuck up. That stole the show for me. That shit was genuinely insane. The shit that Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes just put themselves through, the physicality, like, I had just gone back recently and watched some Kevin Steen Ring of Honor matches, some Ladder Wars matches. And so I know that when you put this motherfucker around a ladder, he gets a little crazy in the head.
Bro, set up so many ways to, like, just have a ladder, just, like, chill like that, bro.
Yeah. No, it was so creative. The little tiny one.
That shit
like,
was
bro,
stupid,
what the
bro.
fuck?
That shit was hilarious.
I can't ever remember seeing that in a WWE match before. That was fucking awesome. That was so cool. And it looked like it really hurt because you could swing that thing a lot faster because it's lighter. Yeah, you could really swing that thing. They were, bro, just so good. I mean, Cody really, when he knows when it's time to put his body on the line, he just does it, bro. I mean, we know the family tree he comes from. We know what that style of wrestling was like, particularly in the South in the 80s. Like, these dudes really hurt each other. they were really trying to make it look like they were pissed at each other. And Cody comes from that school of like physical, aggressive wrestling. And in a match like this, it just all the philosophies and the way that KO and Cody just approached the business, it all meshed together so well where they both decided, let's just actually beat the fucking shit out of each other. Because that's what makes the most sense for us to do right now. And that's what they did. And it was amazing. I have the utmost respect for both of those competitors out there fucking putting their lives on the line, dude. That was one of the better ladder matches I think I've seen in a quite a while in wrestling, man.
Heavy ass fucking bumps, bro.
Some ridiculous shit, dude. Some ridiculous shit. That's gonna be one of the early contenders for match of the year for me.
I feel that.
You know, it's gonna at least have to be in the honorable mentions or something. Like the fuck KO getting slammed onto the ladder when it was like propped up on its side and his back into that, dude. The amount of times, the only thing I can compare it to that made me feel any type of similar was Hell in a Cell, Drew and Punk, where I'm watching the match, but I'm like almost getting uncomfortable watching the match because these guys are actually just beating the fucking shit out of each other in the most creative and ridiculous ways. And this was another one of those where it's like actually sometimes hard to watch, but you can't look away because it's like, what are they going to do next, these sick fucks? It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just delivered on all expectations for me personally. So overall, I feel like we have similar thoughts on the match. What I'm really curious to ask you about here is where the fuck does Cody go from here? Because that end shot to me said a lot. Standing over his bloodied opponent, showing no fucking remorse, actually celebrating.
That was some heel shit, bro.
That was some heel shit, man. And he's kind of dipped his toe in that a bit. But after that promo with Punk on the most recent episode of Raw, and then what we just saw here, I think Cody's losing it, bro.
Tough.
What do you think is next for the American Nightmare? Man?
We'll see, bro, because he was literally walking away, but he's like, you know what? Walked back and fucking...
He said, fuck it, let me stun on you real quick. Yeah.
Probably has the greatest pick of all time, bro.
Shit's crazy. So what's next?
We'll see. Cody's... Ooh. I feel like Sam.
That's why I'm asking. It's tough.
I feel like Sammy's probably going to start going out there and probably...
Sammy's got to be involved, right?
Yeah, bro, at this point.
It's tough, though, because I feel like Sammy's got to understand where he's coming from. It's like, bro, this dude, he kind of deserved it to some extent. But like, that's what Michael Cole was saying.
But you'll be like, why did you have to take it to that extent, though?
That's what I'm going to be curious to... Because, see, that's what Michael Cole was still trying to sell it on the commentary. And I normally look at as being, like, the voice of, like, okay, this is how they want me to receive it. Like, this is how creative wants me to interpret it. Michael Cole is saying, like, oh, Cody Rhodes was justified. Like, he was pushed to that. Like, that's how I feel like Michael Cole was describing it at the end of the match. So I'm curious to see if everyone's going to go with that. Like, was Cody justified? Did he have to go that far? Because look at what this psychopath was doing to fucking Randy, to Cody. He tried to do it to Ray. He tried to do it to goddamn Shawn Michaels. Like, the dude is a loose cannon. Was Cody justified in his actions? Or did the man finally lose it, and was KO the guy that just kept pushing and pushing and pushing to where Cody lost his moral compass? That's a fascinating story, and I don't know which direction it's going to go. And I think Sami Zayn will end up being the guy that lets us know what direction we're going. Because if Sami comes out and says, yeah, you had to do what you had to do, I feel you, it's all good, I feel like Cody's going to just stay in the babyface lane. But if Sami comes out and says, hey, bro, what the fuck was that? I feel like at some point, other babyfaces might start kind of joining up with them, and then eventually Cody might be on the outside looking in like, yo, all my homies think I'm a dick. What if I'm a dick?
Then he's a dick.
And I think I kind of like that better.
Dick.
Me? Yeah, fuck you. I'm not a dick. I'm not Cody Rhodes. It's just the E in our show.
Dick.
That's it.
A dick.
fucking, fuck you. I just think that that's the more interesting option on the table. I feel like Cody staying just in the typical babyface lane. Like I get it, obviously, you know, top guy's gonna do top guy stuff. Exactly. But it would be really fascinating to see like the real like I feel like in that promo segment especially, we saw like the weight of the belt on Cody. And then in this match we saw him kind of releasing some of that. And I guess now it's just up to creative to see, do they want to push him more down that crazy route of like the weight is too much, I can't handle it, or was this the release of that energy? Was this him getting rid of that toxic shit by destroying Kevin Owens, and now he can go on and continue to be the good guy that everybody loves? I can't wait for Raw. And can I tell you what? That's usually a good sign for a PLE. Is if I'm excited to see what's gonna happen on Raw, then they must have done somewhat of a good job. I'm gonna keep watching. You know, I'm gonna keep watching. So overall, strong PLE. Like I said, we talked about it earlier. I give it about a 7 out of 10 right now.
Give it a 7.5.
Valid. Hey man, it's Rumble.
And that was the road to WrestleMania, bro.
We're here. We're officially on the road. Where this road leads, only Triple H knows. But we'll find out soon. Damn, man. I'm excited. I guess that's the one thing I could say is I'm excited because it was something surprising on the men's side of things. And we'll see where we go from here.
Brilliant Cody match. 10 out of 10.
But
5 stars.
Damn, 5 stars. Wow. I will also put it up there with one of the best Cody matches, especially in his WWE run. There's certain stuff in AEW I haven't seen.
Especially for a WWE match, the caliber they fucking went out and put there. That shit. Yeah.
It's one of the best, like I said, one of the best WWE ladder matches I've seen in quite a while. Long time.
Probably in history, bro, honestly.
It's up there. I'd have to go back and look through stuff, but it's up there.
Of course, there's the Jeff Hardy versus fucking Christian and Edge, but fuck out of here.
There's a lot of stuff, though. There's a lot of stuff. I'd have to look through it. But it can have a safe argument. It can have a strong argument for sure. For sure. Strong show. Strong match. Not what I was expecting, but
100%, yeah.
We'll see where we go from here. Shout out to Hunter.
Shout out to Nikki Bella, bro.